Well, you took your time, Amazon. 4 months I've waited for this. Not that I ordered it 4 months ago. It hasn't been available up until yesterday. But this is the Kindle Scribe Colorsoft, now available in the UK at long last. So let's get this thing unboxed and I will give you my first impressions. Okay, here we go. Let's get out the Amazon packaging. And then here we are. So we have the Kindle Scribe Colorsoft. I went for plum, or not plum. I called this plum in my last video. I went for fig, 64 gigabytes. Fig, plum, I don't know. What color do you think it might be? Anyway, they're calling it fig, so I guess we should call it that. And I also got the very expensive premium leather folio cover, also in fig. So there we go. So we'll open this up afterwards. Let's just get to the main event, shall we? It includes the Kindle Scribe Colorsoft, a premium pen, USB charging cable, and replacement tips. And down here we've got 11-inch glare-free color soft display, adjustable front light, and adjustable warm light. It says it's got fast performance, natural writing experience, writing color across notebooks, documents, and books, import documents and PDFs, convert handwritten notes to text and share them, and access to millions of titles in the Kindle store. All good stuff. There we go. Finally get it out of the box. Ta-da! Oh, I like that. All right. The pen there. What do we get? Okay, so we've got the USB-C to USB-C. Yeah, it is cable. Very nice. Braided. Lovely. Like that a lot. Got a bit of paperwork. There we go. And we got some spare nibs as well with a nib extractor. Nothing more exciting going on there. So let's undo this. Very nice colour. I might compare this to, before we finish this video, compare it to the other pen I have for the previous Kindle. All right, let's just pop that over here for the time being and get the main event undone. What do we think about this colour? It's a lot different to what I usually normally get, the boring grey. I like that. Okay, you got 4 rubber feet, obviously, as you normally have on a Kindle Scribe. Stop it moving around. Well, I think that looks lovely. I've got a few lights overhead, so forgive me for some of the reflections. Okay, so USB-C here at the bottom. And on the other Kindle, the on button is on the side. So what we've got here is a little indentation for where the pen lives. That secures very nicely by magnets. And the on button is here. Okay, let's set this up. And by the power of editing, okay, here we are. So I'm all logged in and everything like that. And this is your home page. Differs a little bit from the home page on the previous Kindle because you've got this thing here to jump back into where you were reading, but you've also got these quick notes here that you can just tap into. So if I just tap, there we go. We'll just change the template so I can show you some of the colours without the underlines on there, because that's what we really want to be here for. We'll have a look at the books and the covers and whatnot in a second, but I really do just want to show off the colours here. So here we go. Let's have a look. So we've got the pen. Let's put it on the thickest and we'll start with just the default, the black and white. There we go. We'll go through the colours here. The grey. What do you reckon? Maybe I should just turn up the brightness. Hopefully this won't mess up too much your recording here, but there we are. There's the red. I mean, it does look nice, doesn't it? It's what you'd kind of expect. There's no flashing here. It's not a remarkable tablet. It uses a different kind of technology to present the colours to you. It's the more common way that most tablets do colour on an e-ink device, but each company has their slightly different way of implementing that. Where do they put their layer of colours, and what kind of screen do they use, and what does the software do as well? And those colours, as with all e-ink, colour ink devices, they're not majorly saturated, but I tell you what, these look good, don't they? And the thing that always annoys me about the Remarkable is I can't get it bright enough, and I like my Kindle Scribe to be as bright as I want to take it. So there we go. What do you think? That's good, eh? Oh, I think we're a bit. Let me there we go. That looks really cool. There we go. Let's try now a shader. Let's start with grey. Here we go. I got that on the thickest one. Yeah. I think with shaders you can just kind of, as it says, suggest you can shade in. There's a little bit of flashing on here, so there's obviously a bit of technology it needs to use to get the shading going on. Let's try red. There's no kind of pressure or side thing on this. It's exactly the same. There we are. That's lovely, isn't it? And let's try the pencil. Can I get rid of some of these? It's a lot grippier than this pen. Oh no, it's the screen. The screen, okay. I didn't think the writing was that much different, but that is a smoother eraser than on there. That is grippier. Erasing something feels a lot grippier on here than it does on here. I don't know if I mentioned it either, but the difference between these two styluses. So this is the previous Kindle Scribe 2024 edition. That fits on the side there, and to connect it, I'll put that there. There's a bit of a groove in the pen. Well, there's no groove in this pen at all. The groove, as you saw at the beginning, it's at the side here. So they've gone for a pen that looks very rounded. There's not much difference between them both, except for this bit here. And that may be something you got used to in terms of gripping it and writing. That's a much smoother pen. Looks very much like the Apple Pencil Pro, but again, that's got a flat piece there. So I suppose they are quite reasonably different. They've both got a little button here at the bottom. And what do they? Oh, it's a little bit shorter. So as you can see, quite a bit shorter there. But so a more rounded pencil without this bit here, and it's a little bit shorter, but they both weigh about the same. Anyway, back to our colouring in. I like this, by the way. You've got two choices here of colours that are permanently there. So you've got your, oh, I'm on highlights, aren't I? Let's go to pencil. There you go. So you've got your colour there, and then you can quickly flip. Oh, change the. Oh, right, okay. So for the highlight, you can have two options going. When you go back to your pen, you've got two options. Does it? If I go to another thing, no, it stays the same. It's just that when you flip to the highlighter, it changes those colours. Yeah, there you go. But that's neat that you can just have another color option. And I know if you've got a Books device or anything like that, that's old news. You can have as many color options as you like immediately at hand. But I've said this before in other videos. I'm not saying this one necessarily too much, but I like to be a little bit limited in my choice. I just want to crack on with what I'm doing, and I don't have to think about it too much. But you get that double option there, which is a nice thing. Edit stylus shortcuts, that changes what your little button does here. At the moment, I've got it set to highlight. So obviously, if I want it to highlight this, just press it, and then it goes over there. And obviously, it's highlighting the same color, so it's almost coloring it out. One thing I think you can do is lasso it, and you can change the highlight after you've applied it. That's green, brown. Is that brown, orange, red? I don't know. Anyway, there we go. That's a neat thing, isn't it? You can change the shading afterwards. Together with this pencil though, oh, by the way, the pencil, if you do it lightly, it's light. If you do it hard, you get a harder line, and you can also do it to the side as well. So you can do some proper sketching and artwork on here, and together with the shaders, where is it? Together with the shader, you could do some cool stuff. Yeah, that's neat. That's cool. Okay, so that looks lovely, doesn't it? All the other options are the same. Felt tip, by the way, go like that. Felt tip. And fountain pen. I think you just saw that briefly, didn't you? There you go. So that's very nice, isn't it? Obviously, I'm doing this, I think, on the minimum. If I do it on the thickest, there we go. That's the same regardless. I don't think it changes. Just the pencil, really. So I'm impressed with the colours. I love the colours. I'll turn the brightness down a bit because I don't think that helps too much for recording. I do love the colours of it. I think they're popping as much as they can on an eInk device. So that's great. Let's just go to the books. Let's just see how our books look. Oh, we got a comic. How does a comic look? Double tap? No. I don't want that. Double tap. There we go. What do you reckon about that? Although clearly it's never going to win a race on something like the iPad, it still looked pretty damn good, I think. There we go. Right, let's get out of there. Let's go to my library, Dust World. Let's have a look at Dust World, shall we? Just have a look at the cover. Oh, it's just nice, isn't it? It's just nice to have that there. Let's get rid of that. You know, if you're reading and you want a little bit more immersiveness, it's just nice to have a splash of colour. I know what people say, this is a little bit more clear because this is 300 ppi. When you add colour, because of the layering, it kind of goes it down to around 150 ppi. So it can look a little bit smudged. Yeah, I mean, factually, it is correct. There's less resolution on a colour, but I don't really notice it too much, and I'm not bothered by it. I just like having the colour. What do you think of this? And when I unboxed it a few minutes ago, what do you reckon? I like the colour. I like having something a bit different. It's a shame they didn't maybe try and do it in more colours. Maybe that's what the next generation will give us, more kind of actual device colour options, not just fig or plum as I called it. There we go. Opening up books. There we go. You can just write in them as you would do normally with the new active canvas. I have done a whole series on all this stuff, so please go ahead and watch those videos. I'll list them in the description. This is just a first look at this device, and obviously its big thing, which is color. But I do like the design. It is more like the Kindle Colorsoft, the smaller baby brother. And we got here, we can do the annotations in the margins, and it tells you where it is here, where it's connected to. So if we close that, there you go. So it's right there. And if you tap it, it'll bring up what you wrote in the handwritten note. I will go into much more deeper dive in on this, but it's literally just a first impressions video. Let's go home again, and notice at the top here there was something called connections, which I didn't see. Yeah, there's nothing there. So the home looks different, clearly, and there's no kind of connections. So maybe they're going to introduce that into the older scribes, but certainly it is available here. And what those connections are is cloud services. So you can, if you so wish, connect to Google Drive, import and upload files between them. Same with OneDrive, but you can only upload to OneNote. You can't go the other way around. But I don't really use the Microsoft services anyway, so I don't really know how OneNote works, but I will be connecting my Google Drive because I do like to go back and forth with that at times. So you do have some easy ways of getting things on and off your device, some easier ways of getting your PDF. So no longer you're stuck with just emailing it, send to Kindle, things like that. You can use Google Drive or OneNote. So that's cool. Workspace here, yeah. So that workspace has changed. So it's called Notebooks on here. I thought you might be able to change the color of the folder. Maybe if I create a new one, create a folder. Can I? Oh, that'd have been nice, wouldn't it? To been able to change the colors of this as well. That'd have been a neat little thing to do, but it looks like you can't. I'm just trying those your connections there. If we open it, do we get any choices while we're in it? No. There's some color options on the template, which obviously they don't have on the grayscale Kindle. So that's cool, like meeting notes here, for example. Again, nice to have a splash of colour. I think you would agree. And of course, you can download third-party PDFs that give you kind of templates for your notebooks if you like. But there we go. Anything under more that's not on here? More web browser, everything's the same. Let's have a cheeky look at the web. I mean, I wouldn't recommend using the web browser on here as your main way of getting around the internet. Let's go to google.co.uk, accept all, and then just do a search. We'll search for me, because why not? I thought it would have brought up my YouTube channel, but no, it's the Substack is the thing. Just, yeah, it's not a browser that I would recommend you you particularly use. That is a video which I doubt it's going to be able to play. Yeah, anyway, I guess it's nice to have a bit of colour if you're browsing on here too. Right, okay, so as well as this, I obviously bought the folio as well. Let's open this. This is a leather one too, so I hadn't realised I'd obviously spent big bucks on that just as well. The price of the Kindle Scribe, by the way, at Colorsoft is, I think it is ridiculous. It's like these two items here, the actual Scribe itself and this, it cost me 750 quid. I mean, that is a lot of money. You really need to be into this kind of stuff to think there's real value there. So there we go. Is buying the case and that the same? Is it overkill? Have I done it? I didn't think so. I mean, is that kind of leather? I can't remember now. Whether that's another. No, I think it's leather. There we go. Stronger magnets on this than this one, because this does really encourage you to. Wow, they are a lot stronger. The feet sit into these indentations around the side. It will be auto on and off. I have no doubts. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's cool. Oh man, let me just turn that off. Where's the on button? It's over there. I don't want to go into. Look at that. That's nice. And is there another? Did they do more? Ah, there we go. Anyway, there we go. So that, you can see that, that's there like that, and it kind of lifts it up a little bit. I need to go a little bit higher so you can see that. So you've got now a nice, comfortable height. There's only one way. It's that way. It is this way. There's no other way to do it, but it does lift it up nicely, and it's quite. It doesn't bounce around. That's quite nice to write on at that angle. So lovely. Is it worth 100 quid for this? Well, it shows people that you're serious about your Kindle Scribe, I guess. yeah, it's very nice and feels lovely. And the inside of this is kind of like soft material, so it's definitely going to scratch your screen and we'll clean it somewhat. All right, let me give you my final thoughts on this first impression video. Well, I've got to say, I really love it. I mean, I love my Kindle Colorsoft, the way that it just adds that splash of color, and quite clearly, because this is a notebook as well, it's not just an e-reader, having all that color to add to your notes and things and what you're doing is clearly well received by me anyway. I know that on other devices like the books and what have you, you've got loads more choice. I get that, but I like my choices to be. I like to have less, so I can crack on with doing more. That, in my view, anyway. Is it worth 700 odd quid? No, probably not. You have to, like I say, you have to be really into wanting this and to want to utilize all that it's got. I mean, that looks so gorgeous. Having all the the book covers in color rather than grayscale. Is it worth it for that? No, again, probably not. It's a luxury item. Let me know, have you bought one of these? Did you go for the cheap model? Did you splash out for the stupidly expensive model? I say cheaper, I mean, it's still 500 odd quid, isn't it? What kind of case did you get? Did you go for the leather? Did you get plum? Did you get grey? Let me know. I'm asking all the questions. I will do a much deeper dive into this. I'll probably start afresh another playlist where I go into all that it can do and what have you, but obviously with the added bonus of all that color and the slightly different software that this appears to have over my previous Kindle Scribe. I thought they were all getting the same software, but the connections thing is missing on my older Kindle Scribe. It's got on here, and we'll see how that works and all that kind of stuff. But for now, that is my first impressions video of this. I'm so glad I've got it in my hands and I'm excited to use it. Please do like this video, share the video, subscribe so you won't miss those deeper dives I do into this, and maybe I'll do some comparison videos as well with the books, with the Remarkable Paper Move. I think I've got eNote Pen Star Color as well, so we'll compare the colors across all those different devices, and you can again let me know what you think about that. So subscribe so you don't miss all those that I'm going to do over the next few weeks or so. Yeah, there we are. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and please go watch this playlist here if you do want to check out some of the videos I have made already on the Kindle Scribe, obviously the grayscale one. All right, happy note taking.